Welcome to Truth by Billie Beene. Today's date, June 11, 2025. Time in Texas, about 7 p.m. It appears our U.S. military in the Middle East are prepping to be hit by Iran sometime tonight, it appears. So let's get started with this flash update. Today, about 4 p.m., the U.S. advised all of its refuelers in the Middle East to high alert. Then about 6 p.m., and this is Eastern Standard Time, flash intel traffic, excuse me, Iran preps to strike all U.S. bases in the Middle East. Now, let's recall that we're having up to 180 cities in the U.S. To be hit by various groups in riots and recall. It's believed we have millions of Middle Easterners inside the U.S. who were let in by the JB show, who are here to unite and rise up against American citizens. So that could be another reason we're seeing the U.S. military, up to 20,000 U.S. troops to go to various U.S. cities armed with armored vehicles and heavy weapons. I believe it could be linked to what's going on in the Middle East. And we have this. Iran's nuclear sites to be hit have been identified, and there's something like this configuration. It's believed that Israel is going to hit Iran, and Iran is going to hit all U.S. bases. Most likely, Iran will hit the U.S. military bases located in the Middle East preemptively, before the Israel hits Iran. So we have this going on right now. We have the U.S. evacuating diplomats from Middle Eastern embassies, and the U.S. government has ordered the U.S. embassies in the Middle East to form committees for emergency action. And we have this. The U.S. orders all U.S. embassies in the Middle East that are within striking distance of Iran to immediately evacuate. They are to go to Eastern Europe or to Africa, North Africa, under the guidance of their emergency action committees. They are to send cables to Washington, D.C., listing what risk measures they are taking right now. So the embassies in the Middle East are advised by the U.S. government to evac either to Europe or Africa immediately, and to send a cable to Washington, D.C., detailing what they are doing. It appears there is imminent military action to come from Iran. So that's going on. And now we have this. The U.S. government has ordered the U.S. Embassy in Iraq to immediate evac. And this applies to Iraq, Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar, and the UAE. They've all been placed on the list to evacuate. U.S. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth has authorized now from all Middle East U.S. military bases evacuation of U.S. military families. Then today, about 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, President Trump had a security meeting at the White House. So the U.S. is mapping out what they are to do. Then at 6:44 Eastern Standard Time, UAE and Qatar were also added to the list. And for EVAC of embassies and U.S. military families. And now we have this. All U.S. military bases in the Middle East are on full alert. U.S. CENTCOM and Africa CENTCOM are preparing to defend U.S. bases in the Middle East. So we see the U.S. military in the Middle East on a full war setting and operation right now to defend their bases against strikes by Iran. It appears that Iran will do a preemptive strike on the U.S. military bases before Israel has a chance to hit Iran. At 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Iranian Supreme Leader Khamenei was moved to his bunker for continuity of government. President Trump has been asked about what's going on in the Middle East, approximately 7 or tonight. And President Trump replied, "You will have to see." And now we have this. Evacuation has been ordered for U.S. embassies in Iraq, and it's currently underway right now in Iraq by helicopter. And it's noted that no one at the Pentagon is going home today. So it's good to pray for America, President Trump, the U.S. military, and world peace. I love you, and I'll see you soon.